ClickFunnels is a fantastic platform for people who are selling a service.
We interrupt this program to bring you this important message. Welcome to Marketing Interruption, a daily podcast powered by BlueTuskr that interrupts your day with marketing news, tips and strategies from an entrepreneur who lives and breathes marketing. Now, let the interruption begin with your host, Andrew Maff.
Hello and welcome to episode number 54 of the Marketing Interruption podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Maff. And today, I am hoping that Russell Brunson doesn't come and wrestle me to the ground. I'm going to talk to you all about ClickFunnels for e-commerce and what my opinion is on that versus Shopify. So I had someone on YouTube who asked us this question, and as soon as he asked us, I was like, oh, that one's going to be fun. I'm a big fan of Russell Brunson. His books are great. His content that he puts out is great. The dude's a fucking genius if you go and listen to his stuff about funnels and everything. And here's my opinion on it. ClickFunnels is a fantastic platform for people who are selling a service or selling some kind of coaching or something like that, which still kind of goes as a service, or people who are selling like one product or maybe two or three and are doing some upsells and something. So if you're unfamiliar with ClickFunnels, it's a ton of different templated funnels out there where it's essentially, a really squeeze page, typically like a giveaway of like, hey, download this for just your email. And then it's an upsell kind of situation for the most part. That's layman's terms. And a lot of them are very, very long pages. And if Russell ever listens to this, he knows damn well this is true, where they're obnoxiously long pages with so much copy that I would be shocked if anyone read all of it. I can't even believe someone wrote all of it. And then there's just endless testimonials and endless reviews. And I like that to a certain extent, but it can get so overwhelming that I find myself just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling to just finally get to why I even went to this page in the first place. Now, they don't have to be made that way. You can make them significantly less. You can limit the amount that you're putting in. And there's clearly a method to the madness. There's a reason that they put that much copy. There's a reason that they really push and really sell exactly what it is they're selling. But on a product side, there's one big issue if you're expanding your product line. If you want to test a product and you're a brand new e-commerce seller, it might be the way to go. I think ClickFunnels is like $100 a month or something like that. And it just works as is. There's really no apps or anything else additional that you need. Whereas Shopify, it's only like $30 a month, but there's like 500 apps that you are usually suggested to download. And their themes are kind of like crap, to be honest. ClickFunnels, there's a ton of templated funnels out there that you just take and rewrite yourself, which is the same concept as the theme, but to me, they just look better. But the thing is that if you're selling multiple products, or you're selling 10, 20 different products, and you're starting to build out a store and you're trying to really build out your e-commerce business, the problem is there's no catalog, so you can't connect to Google Merchant Center or to Facebook catalog. You can't connect to any catalog connection like that. So there's really no way to do any kind of dynamic ads if you're doing it that way. So it's really more of a landing page style approach. Now, is ClickFunnels complementary to Shopify is a different story. If you are selling, if it's a product launch type of page that you want to do, that's a different story. That I like. If you're doing a solo product and you're trying to do a big giveaway, but you don't really want to feature it on your website too much because maybe your website features relatively expensive products, you want to give this away at a high discount just to kind of get it moving, then it might belittle the way the brand looks. Like there's a couple different ways, and kind of depends on obviously the product line. But it can be good. I personally don't use it for the sellers that we work with, just because once you kind of hit a certain size, you don't really need to do it that much. But if it does work well as a landing page. Now, I will also say though, the issue of having it being complementary is you're now looking at, okay, I sold, if you want to run reports on how much of this product versus this product did I sell or something like that, you're working on 2 different platforms, you're working in 2 different areas, you have 2 different reports. So now you have to kind of aggregate everything. That becomes a bit of an issue. You can build out a ClickFunnels style thing on Shopify. There's no reason you can't. You could obviously build out a giant squeeze page on Shopify. You can build out all the upsell pages. It's going to take you to a cart, which will allow them to go back to your website to a certain extent. But at the same time, that's really not that big of a deal for them to see the rest of your product line if you wanted them to. And Shopify doesn't have the world's best upsell opportunities once someone has reached like the end of that cart where they're finally putting in their credit card. But there's a bunch of different apps and things like out there that you can use. But I would say if you have an existing Shopify site and you're still newer as a seller, adding on ClickFunnels is great because the reporting and things like that will be easy. If you're a seller that's been around for a while and you have a Shopify site, I would say don't do it. If you are a brand new seller and you are thinking about getting Shopify and you're thinking about doing your product launch, I would say do ClickFunnels first, because this will be a great way for you to do some market research to see how it works and see what's selling, and then you would upgrade later to Shopify. That's my opinion. I think it's a great testing ground. I think that it's a nice area for sellers up to a certain size, but I think you can outgrow it. But that is my opinion on ClickFunnels. I'm more than happy to listen to everyone's opinion. Shoot me an email, marketinginterruption@bluetuskr.com. Let me know what you think. I will be happy to discuss it on the show. But I will see you all tomorrow, and rate, review, subscribe. See you then.
Thank you for joining us for today's Marketing Interruption. Make sure to rate, review and subscribe to the show. And don't forget to email marketinginterruption@bluetuskr.com with any marketing questions you'd like to have answered on the show. And head over to marketinginterruption.bluetuskr.com to catch up on past episodes. Until next time, we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.